Well, yeah, and of course, thanks to Ronnie Park for organizing this Himalayan group. And, he's a continual source of inspiration and limitless energy and leadership. So he's always fun. I think his new thing is motorcycles. Maybe it's not new. I don't know. So let's move the slideshow. Okay. Yeah. So our success story, of course, is one of many, and at the same time, it's a unique example of what's possible with this, powerful business opportunity. Oops. And probably Robert Kiyosaki. So famous quote of his is, "The richest people in the world look for and build networks. Everyone else looks for work." And that's what we did. I got to figure out which way this goes. Okay. So essentially, ordinary people can achieve extraordinary success by working smarter instead of harder with network marketing. And so these are our statistics. We live in Seattle, and we joined Nu Skin in 1989. And since then, we've had 22 years of Team Elite qualification and achieved Circle of Excellence 3. And we're also Nurse at Children Chief Ambassadors. Also, Nu Skin retired me from my job 27 years ago. And I can only thank God that I don't have a job. That after all that time of since I've had a job, it's I don't think I could be hired anymore. I'm sort of unhirable, which is fine. So we thank God that we built a network with Nu Skin, and my wife had the vision to jump on the Nu Skin train. What I have noticed is that Nu Skin seems to be pandemic proof. Have you noticed that? And Nu Skin is growing and thriving for the last couple of years. So that's nice. Okay, so anyway, the background, my own background would say I had a history of self-employment with things like landscape maintenance, and I got a degree in business administration. And then I worked as an employee. And in 1981, I took a step in the direction of owning my own business by joining an MLM opportunity called Shackley. And then after Miyako and I were married, we dabbled at that business throughout the 80s. We didn't make much money, but I think I had a kind of an intuition that we were laying a foundation for something greater to come. And it was, one of many efforts to add to the family income. Miyako was always looking for some way to make extra money because, you have salaries and your income is fixed. And so she would do things like Avon and different little businesses. But if you think about it, almost 10 years of doing that little Shackley business from our home And we didn't understand network marketing that entire time. So there's a little something for you there. Okay, so let's look at our situation in 1989. I keep going the wrong way. Gotta go backwards. Okay. Well, we had 3 young children. This is how we looked then. And we lived in this, there you go. Not moving. What happened? Oh, there we go. Okay, this is where we lived. It was Nutley, New Jersey. And we lived in this 2-bedroom apartment. And it was very crowded with 3 kids and you know, all the beds in one room. And well, basically we were employees that did not have any time or any money, really. We had our jobs and there were no raises. And we were both office managers in New York City. So we would commute, we would spend an hour in each direction crawling through the Lincoln Tunnel. Anybody, I think anybody in LA could relate to this kind of traffic problem. So no money. Well, like I say, we didn't have any extra money for things like violin or dance lessons for the kids. And when we went to the mall, we basically just did window shopping. And I think we were also, you could say we were certified members of the rat race. Has anybody felt like this? Working hard, but not getting anywhere. So around that time, Miyako's friend in Maryland, Tamako, would call her up about every 3 months and tell her about Nu Skin. Wonderful products, you know, wonderful opportunity, and, you know, all of the good, none of the bad. These are the products at the time. But, you know, Miyako had a full-time job and was pregnant with our 3rd child. And she didn't really have the capacity to even think about starting a business. But she had tried some of the products. I think Tamako must have sent her some samples. You know, we're up in New Jersey. But she was impressed enough with the quality of the products to join as a distributor. But that was really to get the products at wholesale. It wasn't the right time. But then a few more months passed and Tamako told Miyako some amazing news. After 1 year of doing Nu Skin, she had just received her monthly commission check and it was over $10,000. So that's Miyako's expression. She was flabbergasted that this shy housewife could make that kind of money after 1 year of doing a home business. I mean, how can you sell that much shampoo, right? Of course. So then this got Miyako thinking, wait a minute, what if I could make $500 a month? That would be fantastic. We'd be able to afford violin and dance lessons for the kids. And since Tamako was not very professional talking about the products, that gave Miyako even more confidence. So there we go. She had the desire and the belief that she could make $500 a month, even if it took 1 or 2 years, you know, with the full-time job and all the kids and all that. So then this is Miyako taking massive action, I guess. She jumped into massive action. This was December 15th, 1989. She decided to do the business. And she had 6 weeks to qualify. They had a special program, sort of a accelerated LOI type of program. And she wanted to get in on that. So, yeah. So now, well, actually, let me go back to the massive action. What did massive action mean back then? Well, it meant a lot of phone calling. There wasn't really any internet. Nobody was on it, hardly. Every evening after work and up to even 11 p.m., she was on the phone with other Japanese working moms who were all in the same boat, no time and not enough money. She told the success story of her friend in Maryland. And that was kind of the exciting news that she was calling up to tell them about. And then she told them that she tried the products and they were wonderful. And she told them that she had decided to make $500 a month, even if it took a year or two. And then she asked, "How about you?" And most of them said, "Me too, me too." So now remember, Miyako had no time, but somehow she was inspired by Tamako's results. But if you have no time and a big goal, basically you end up getting creative. Ideas come to you on how to save time. And she has, well, anyway, different little tricks she came up with. But one of the ways of saving time was to recruit her husband to do a lot of Mr. Momming, right? But after about 2 weeks of doing an uncomfortable amount of Mr. Momming, well, I became a grumbling spouse. And basically, under my breath, I'm going, wait a minute, there's something terribly wrong with this business. She's the mom. You know, I didn't get it. And, but I endured another 4 weeks. And while she was taking massive action and finding her 5 serious people. Okay. So she qualified as actually a gold executive. We had one person qualifying right behind us. And that was kind of mind-blowing too, because she received a commission check 10 times her goal. So how did that happen? Well, it wasn't just her, obviously. She found 5 serious people who found their 5 serious people who found their 5 serious people. And at that time, the comp plan required 5 active lines. So it was kind of built in. But anyway, seeing that check, of course, I stopped grumbling and I said, hey, wow, what a wonderful business. What else can I do to help out? So so because she blew past her $500 a month goal right away, she needed a new goal, right? So then she thought, wait a minute, maybe I don't need the full-time job and all the extra daycare. Maybe I could work from home, focus on and build my new skin business and really go for it. She could see that her upline, were getting $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 checks. So she said, hey, why don't I just follow these folks? Yeah, so then we moved into our first house here, which was a real fixer-upper in Bloomfield, New Jersey. And we could barely afford to get into this house, but at least we had our own house. The kids could run free and not be bothered by the lady downstairs. But it needed a lot of work, and had to basically rip out the whole ancient kitchen and put in new floors and cabinets and you name it. And this is our son Keith. Really loved the New Skin Protein Shake appeal, and we had to limit him to only 2 or 3 a day. Okay, so our network expanded outside of New York, New Jersey, as it should. And then what everybody in our group was waiting for was the opening of Japan, which finally happened in April of '93. So that's when basically we were, I think, diamonds at that time. And it was always right around the next corner, waiting and hanging on. But at that same time, actually, I was laid off, which was perfect. Thank you, I'm out of here, And I'd been wanting to, join the new skin business for quite a while before that. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, we took the summer off to, get ready to move. And it was amazing that, we were doing all these yard sales and arranging with moving companies and such, and not doing much with the new skin business, but it was growing. And that's when we kind of, realized, whoa, this thing is out of our control. And that is a very cool feeling. So we moved back to Seattle. And there's Seattle. And then we became, in September, Blue Diamonds. And a year later, we moved into this, what I call beyond our dream home, because it was beyond my dream, because we were living on, and still are, living on the lake in Seattle called Lake Washington. We get a lot of evergreen trees, and if we go down the hill, we come to the waterfront where we have our boat and a cabana and campfire, and it's quite lovely. So our network continued to expand. What do you know? Yeah, I went to Korea in '96. That's where you guys come in. And at the same year, we achieved Team Elite, or at that time it was called Hawaiian Blue Diamond. And then, our Circle of Excellence track record here. And what's the best part? Well, in terms of the money, the best part is that they continue to pay us over and over and over and over and over and over for all of these years, basically for the first 4 years of hard work. Oh yeah, and the kids got the violin and dance lessons. And not only that, as they grew up, we could send them to private colleges. And they're developing their own new skin businesses now to one degree or another. Do you know this guy in the middle, Russ Carlin? Well, he's your up line. He's my up line. I think 6 levels above us. And you see Connie there on the right. Some of you have met her at conventions and what. She's married with this little baby boy named Dean. This is him last year, but he's, anyway, so right now our efforts are currently to help Connie build her group, and I'm calling this Dean's College Fund. And there's a picture of him a little more up to date. He's a bit over 2 years old. And by the way, his father is Korean. So Team Elite trips, that's basically one of the best parts about these Team Elite, being a Team Elite is going on these trips of a lifetime. So I got a few pictures of some of those trips here. A lot of Hawaii, but also Europe, Norway, Versailles, Istanbul. And then we also went on a success trip to South Africa. Perhaps some of you were there. That's we did the balloon, what do you call it? Safari from the air thing, the crack of dawn. So anyway, it's been fantastic. A few years ago, I asked the company for our organization's top pin titles and earnings milestones. And this is what they reported. All time, Blue Diamonds 254, Team Elite 66, and then Circle of Excellence 164, 20 Circle of Excellence 2, 9 Circle of Excellence 3, that's our level, and 7 Circle of Excellence 4. That means it's kind of amazing that, we have 7 accounts that have been more successful than we have, even though we got in earlier. It's not about who gets in first, is it? So that's pretty cool. But this, anyway, this adds up to 200 plus Circle of Excellence. And this was as of September 2017. So I wonder what it is now. But anyway, these statistics kind of warm my heart, because think about each one of those accounts, how many lives were improved? Thousands, probably thousands for each one. So that's what, feels really good. And of course, we didn't really have a heck of a lot to do with this success because everyone was, working hard for their own dreams. And that's a beautiful thing. So let's see. Well, of course, none of this could have happened without the company and the fantastic, innovative products. 36 years of innovation. To reiterate, I think what the key factors for our success were, mainly this is Miyako. She had the desire for more, extra income. And then, to really change our family's trajectory. And she had the belief that she could do it. And then she made the decision to jump in and get it going and took action immediately and found her 5 series people right away, let's say. So we, I think, are living proof that ordinary people can achieve extraordinary results because of the power of this leveraged vehicle. And so, yep, there's nothing stopping anybody. And Nu Skin is the perfect gig. So thanks for letting me share.